Urban warfare. Urban warfare is a real battlefield strategy that takes place inside cities, where buildings, streets, and civilian areas become part of the fighting environment. Unlike open field battles, movement is slower and more dangerous because enemies can hide in almost any structure. During the Battle of Stalingrad in World War II, fighting shifted from streets to individual rooms, making control of small areas extremely important. This strategy matters because cities remove the advantage of large armies and turn every corner into a potential threat. Double envelopment. Double envelopment is a strategy where an army attacks both sides of an enemy formation at the same time, then closes in behind them. It is designed to completely surround and destroy the opposing force in a single coordinated move. Hannibal famously used this approach at the Battle of Cannae, where Roman forces were drawn forward while Carthaginian troops closed in from the flanks. Once encircled, the Roman army lost mobility and structure, leading to a decisive defeat. Hit and run. Hit and run is a fast combat strategy where small units strike quickly and retreat before the enemy can respond. It is commonly used by weaker forces that avoid prolonged engagements. During colonial-era resistance movements, fighters often use this method to harass larger occupying armies without facing direct retaliation. The effectiveness of this strategy comes from constant pressure combined with low risk to the attacking force. Defense in depth. Defense in depth is a layered strategy where multiple defensive lines are set up instead of relying on a single strong position. If the enemy breaks through one layer, another line is already prepared behind it. This method became widely used in World War I and later conflicts where breaking through one trench line was not enough to win. It slows enemy advances and forces them to fight repeatedly for every step forward. Feint attack. A feint attack is a deliberate fake assault designed to distract or mislead the enemy about the real point of attack. It forces the opponent to move troops to the wrong location, weakening their actual defenses. During large historical battles, commanders often used feints to create openings elsewhere on the battlefield. The success of this strategy depends on convincing the enemy that the false attack is real. Airborne insertion. Airborne insertion is a strategy where troops are deployed behind enemy lines using parachutes or aircraft drops. It allows armies to bypass frontline defenses and strike from unexpected directions. During World War II, airborne units were used in major operations to capture key bridges and disrupt enemy movement. This strategy is effective because it places forces directly into critical locations without needing ground approach routes. Logistics disruption. Logistics disruption is a strategy focused on targeting the enemy's supply chains instead of frontline soldiers. By destroying transport routes, fuel supplies, or ammunition stockpiles, an army can weaken the enemy's ability to continue fighting. Many modern conflicts emphasize this approach because armies depend heavily on constant resupply. Siege warfare. Siege warfare is a strategy where forces surround a fortified position and isolate it until it surrenders. Instead of direct assault, attackers cut off food, water, and reinforcements over time. The Siege of Constantinople in 1453 is a well-known example, where the Ottomans used artillery and blockades to break through centuries-old defenses. This strategy is powerful but often slow and resource-intensive. Electronic disruption. Electronic disruption is a modern strategy that targets communication systems, radar, and digital networks used by enemy forces. By interfering with signals or feeding false information, armies can reduce coordination and awareness. In modern warfare, controlling information flow is just as important as controlling territory. This strategy can blind advanced forces without firing a single shot. Recon sweep. A recon sweep is a strategy where units move through an area to gather intelligence, clear threats, and confirm enemy positions. It is often used before larger operations to reduce uncertainty on the battlefield. Reconnaissance units play a key role in identifying traps, movement routes, and hidden forces. This strategy ensures commanders make decisions based on accurate and updated battlefield information.